going, guys and girls? Welcome back to another video. Axel Williams here today. I've got a bit of a cold as well, so if I do feel a bit or seem a bit bunged up, please forgive me. I've got a bit of a cold. I've not been feeling well this week. But I'm here to make a video, and we are today, guys and girls, going to be talking about an absolute shambolic movie. One of the most shambolic movies, one of the most nonsensical, ridiculous movies I have ever seen, and I watched it recently. Jaws: The Revenge. Now, of course, many of us have seen Jaws, Jaws 2 and Jaws 3D. We'll get to those, obviously, as we talk through this video. Obviously, the original Jaws is a fantastic film. Jaws 2 isn't too bad either. Jaws 3D was a mess, and just, you know when a franchise has gone too far, but Jaws Revenge was so nonsensical. Forget the fact that it was kind of one movie too far, or two movies, too far in the franchise. It was such a ridiculous movie. It was so nonsensical and just so stupendous that it was unreal. At the start of the movie, Ellen Brody loses one of her children. Obviously, he's kind of out on a boat, close to the shoreline. He gets eaten by a shark, and basically that's how the movie begins. And this is where the stupidness begins. Now, Ellen Brody, obviously, after losing her son, she basically wants to get out of the town. She wants to have a fresh start. She wants to go somewhere else, whether it's just for a break or just, just to change the environment that she's living in. And the reason for this is that she actually believes that this shark that features in Jaws Revenge is personally out to get her family. The shark is personally out to get Ellen Brody and her family. Say it again. There's a scene at the start of the movie where she's in a kitchen and she's ranting, saying, the shark, they're after my family. They killed my, one of these sharks killed my husband. Now they've killed my son. This shark is on a personal vendetta against my family. We need to get out of here. We need a fresh start away from this shark, because this shark is deliberately trying to ruin our life. Now, first and foremost, yes, sharks, if you go in the ocean, and if there are sharks present in that specific ocean, yes, of course, there's trouble. And there can be trouble and bad things can happen. But to suggest that a shark, not a person, this isn't Michael Myers, this isn't Jason Voorhees, this isn't a conscious serial killing human being. This is an animal. I'm not saying animals aren't intelligent, because animals are very intelligent. Animals are some of the most intelligent things, or intelligent living life forms on this planet. But to suggest that a shark is actually personally trying to attack your family, almost like the shark in the last couple of films thought, I'm not happy that we didn't actually make Ellen Brody's life a living hell, so we need to keep on doing it. We need to come back in Jaws Revenge and make sure we finish the job. Almost like the sharks are consciously thinking to themselves, we've killed her husband, we've killed her son, now we need to kill her. We must finish it off, boys, okay? Come on, boys, we need to kill this family, come on. Who's with me? You watch documentaries, this is not a conscious serial killer. Some people stalk people, some people actually hunt people down and kill them in real life. Conscious human beings will do things like that. Sharks that literally live in the ocean can't do things like that. Now, here's my thinking. If you don't want to kind of have this issue of the sharks killing everyone or you don't want to have this issue of being around this terrifying creature that you hate so much, stay out of the ocean. That's simply it, stay out of the ocean. Sharks can't survive on the land, so stay out of the ocean, because that's the only way a shark can get you, is if you're actually in the ocean. So don't go in the ocean, and you've actually solved all of life's big problems. But they abscond to some tropical island, and Ellen Brody ends up meeting Michael Caine. Hello. Tells him her life story. Oh, the shark is going to kill my family. Oh, shut up, you old bint. Not to mention the fact that when she gets to this new island, life seems to be kind of slightly getting better for her, but every now and then she'll have flashbacks about the shark. She'll have flashbacks about her husband. And this is the funny thing about these flashbacks. Now, if I was to have flashbacks in my mind, if I was to kind of go somewhere that reminded me of a certain occasion, I would have flashbacks of times that involved me. But Ellen Brody in Jaws Revenge was having flashbacks of her husband killing the shark at the end of the original Jaws movie. Now, is it just my imagination, or was Ellen Brody not present for that occasion? Accurate flashbacks. No, she was having accurate flashbacks of what happened in the original Jaws film. She was having flashbacks of scenes from the original Jaws movies that she wasn't even around in. How could you have flashbacks of something, and accurate flashbacks of an event that you weren't present to? And if you want to get even more stupid, if you want to dive even more into this stupidness and how ridiculous Jaws Revenge actually is, Ellen Brody was actually, and this is the funny part as well, was actually stalked by this shark. This shark actually travelled from its original destination to this tropical island to continue its stalking. Now, a human being would have problems with this. A human being would actually have issues locating her. A human being would have serious issues locating someone who's literally travelled thousands of miles to a tropical island in the middle of nowhere. A human being would have problems finding that person if they didn't know where they'd gone. But this shark swam all that way to this island to find her. How is that even possible? Not to mention the fact that it's a warm water island and sharks don't like warm waters, so that's also another bit to the movie that's a bit ridiculous. This is the problem, right? The first Jaws movie was a huge success, as it would be. It was a fantastic movie, fantastic cast, theme song, the pacing of the movie is fantastic. It's just a really well-made movie. When a movie like Jaws gets made, and they do it with loads of franchise movies, when it's a success, when the movie is a success, when the first movie is a success, they continue to make them. But what concerned me with Jaws the Revenge was the title. Now, Jaws the Revenge, it surely can't be about a shark taking revenge. It's not going to be about, it ain't going to be a revenge film, involving a shark going after a family. It's not going to be anything to do with that. It's probably just the name of the film. It's probably just some cool name that they actually came up with. Oh my god. Sorry about that, some friend calling me up. In the middle of a video as well. Inconsiderate. But Jaws Revenge, I mean, it's a really goofy movie as well. It's really goofy. The shark didn't look particularly good either. I mean, I looked at the shark in the original Jaws movie. That's probably one of the negatives, or one of the if you had to say one of the worst features about the original Jaws movie, despite everything being so good, is the fact that the shark didn't look very good. In the original Jaws movie, the shark didn't look very good. It's probably the one kind of disqualifier, if you know what I mean. In the original Jaws film, the shark in this one looked even worse. And it was actually like it had like the roar of a grizzly bear. It had like a really kind of like monstrous roar sound effect. And I thought, it's really goofy. It wasn't very good. There's a bit at the end where Michael Caine's flying an aeroplane trying to look for Ellen Brody because she's gone hunting for the shark herself. And I was thinking to myself, why are you taking an aeroplane? Why don't you take a boat? I mean, it might take you longer, but what can you do from an aeroplane? I mean, when you're in an aeroplane and she's down there, you'll be looking at her thinking, oh, hello, Ellen. How are you? I can't do jack shit because you're down there and I'm up here. The only way he was going to get to her was by landing the plane in the sea, which is eventually what he did. But by landing the plane in the sea, you're kind of risking your own life by crashing a plane that's not designed for the sea into the sea. But seriously, what a shit film. Honestly, what a shit film. It was so bad. It was so ridiculously stupendous, the film was. I've seen so many films. Like I said, I've watched so many films, but this film took the biscuit. It took the main prize for stupidness. It took the main prize for goofiness. Jaws the Revenge. If you want to watch it, you shouldn't watch it. It's shit. If you have watched it, I'd love to hear your opinions on it because, in my view, it was one of the worst movies. One of the most ridiculously nonsensical movies I've ever seen in my life. The fact they tried to, honestly, this is the funny thing, the fact they tried to actually treat the shark as though it was like a proper serial killing human being. Whenever it was around the actual kind of shores and Ellen Brody was in the scene, she was having flashbacks, she was remembering stuff. And they literally treated it like a serial killing, like one of the serial killers from the film, like Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees or Ghostface. They literally treated it like that. But it is a shark. And like I said, when she was saying, oh, the shark's going to kill my family, the shark's coming after my family, it wants us, it's got a vendetta against us, I'm thinking, what? Why would you say that for, bitch? And like I said, when I watched Jaws 3D, there's that one bit that the one bit always stands out to me. There's one bit of that movie that always stands out. It's probably the same for all of you as well, potentially. Is when all the people are in that kind of aquarium under the water and the shark swimming towards the glass and it looks literally like a puppet. Literally like, you can tell they've just placed it on top of the film. Like, it's like a green screen they've put on top of the frame and the shark's coming towards the glass. And it just looks so bad. That's the one thing I always think of with that. That was just a poor film in general. But yes, guys, like and subscribe as always. Guys and girls, thanks ever so much for watching this video. I'll be making more videos like this, of course, and I'll be trying to change it up as well. There will be other style videos to come as well. But like and subscribe. Put in the comments below what your favourite Jaws movies are and what you think of Jaws the Revenge. Guys and girls, thanks ever so much. I will see you again very soon. Ta-ta for now.